Janet Ray, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you know anyone in this world that doesn't have a cell phone? I don't. I don't know a single person that doesn't have a cell phone. So that's why they come into play in practically every single investigation, major investigation known to man. You know, uh, so much of the questions that we had, so much of the questions that we wanted to know the answers to, have been answered for us relative to some of these police interviews. They're really very helpful to hear the times, the place of occurrence. That's a police term. TPO at time, place of occurrence. That's how we would start the first sentence of the first paragraph of the narrative we'd be typing. At the TPO, at the time, place of occurrence. So important, because when people lie about things, they lie about the time, they lie about the place, and they, of course, lie about the occurrence. This document on the screen that you see right here is the 5-page discovery document. And you could see all of the detectives that have worked on this case. If you see page 20 right up on the screen, I can't make it any, maybe I could make it. I'll get myself off the screen. What is that? Well, the tire tread was a tire tread from Stephan Sterns' car that was left on the crime scene, the scene where Madeline's body was found on March 1st. So you would ask me, well, what would the police do with that? They would actually take a mold of that tire and match it to Stephan Sterns' car. Very, very, very powerful evidence, right? Because it's going to have the markings on his tire that show that it is his exact tire, you know. So putting him on the scene, in addition, there was an eyeball witness that put Stephan Sterns on that scene, you know. Scene photos. So all of the photos of the crime scene that show where Maddie was dumped. And one of the things that we don't know, we've never been told the cause of death. And of course, the police know this now. And we know that they wouldn't release the results of the autopsy because in Florida, a child under a certain age, they cannot release the results of an autopsy. Major case prints, you see that there. What major case prints are their fingerprints and palm prints that are taken really just like on almost like a piece of loose leaf paper, because regular FBI fingerprint cards only allow for the 4 fingers on each hand, and then the thumbs are in the middle of the fingerprint card. So there's no place on an FBI fingerprint card, which every police department across this nation uses. But major case prints, you take all the fingers and also the palm prints. And those are major case prints. Perhaps some police departments that were more advanced in some technological and paperwork ways than the NYPD may have a form for that. The NYPD, we simply just used regular loose leaf paper to take major case prints. So they absolutely did that with Stephan Sterns. And then we see pages 25. I'm not going to go through all this because this is a 5-page document, but just to know all of the evidence that they have against Stephan Sterns. An affidavit for a search warrant of 4012 Santa Maria Drive, that's their home. They got a search warrant for that. And that, I believe, is the crime scene. I believe that was the location where Madeline was killed. That's one of many crime scenes. Of course, the location where her body was found, crime scene. Stephan Sterns' car, crime scene. The body itself, a crime scene. So all of these things. Then you see an affidavit for a search warrant for Google to search Stephan Sterns' computer and his Google. Affidavit for a search warrant for the Lincoln. Affidavit for a pen register, which tracks outgoing calls from someone's phone. And then you see all the detectives that have worked on this case. They have 21 of them that have done investigative reports in regards to this case. And then we see, very interesting, application for mobile tracking device for a 2012 Honda Civic. I believe that is Jennifer Soto's car. A 2010 Lincoln, I think that is Stephan Sterns' car. And a 2022 Nissan. And I'm not 100% sure whose car that is. That may be the biological father's car. I'm not 100% sure. And then, of course, there's so many other. This was one thing that I see, and it's, if you look at page 201, firearms trace summary. I thought that when I saw that the other night, I was like, wow, could that be the murder weapon? Could that firearm be the gun that was? And I'm not saying we don't know how Madeline was killed, but could that be the weapon? Why are they doing a firearms trace summary if it's not involved? So they recovered that gun. Was that the murder weapon that was used to kill Madeline Soto? And again, I'm not spreading rumors. I don't know, but you see this clearly on the discovery evidence that was given to the attorneys for Stephan Sterns. And then you see all these other things, application for mobile tracking. They obviously tracked these vehicles to see where they were going. And this was before Madeline's body was found, before Stephan Sterns, the evidence against him from his phone was found. So you could see there's 5 pages of this discovery evidence material. Some of it very informative. Some of it we knew about. But you can pull up this, if you're really interested in seeing this, you can pull this up. And another thing, the medical examiner's report. I believe that the defense attorney would actually have to go into their office to view that. And probably that's for security reasons, that they don't just want that out there, and for everyone to know, because obviously, and if you see this last page and you see it highlighted in yellow, please provide a 1 terabyte hard drive for a copy to be created and provided to your office. The following media is available to view by appointment at SAO Digital Media containing defendant's cell phone download. So his defense attorneys can obviously see the horrific photographs he has on his cell phone. Search warrant, return of defendant's Google account. The evidence is to be viewed by appointment only at the office of the state attorney, as it contains to CSAM. So a lot of things that we didn't know before all of this evidence